Happy birthday, Raid Shadow Legends. Today is the unofficial birthday for Raid Shadow Legends. They are 2 years old. And with their birthday comes a little free present here. We have a free tomb, a free Void Shard, Ancient Shard, Rank 5 Chicken, and a little bit of energy there, 200 at the end. Now, I am going to go ahead and open up these shards as well as purchase another pack right here. And happy birthday, Plarium. Let's see if we can get a little bit of birthday luck. So you guys know how it is. Go ahead and type in one time no whammies in the comments right now to give me luck. Now, I actually missed the Harvest Jack Fusion by 30 points for Steadfast Marshall, so I'm really hoping to pull him. But nope, we got Harrier, which is all right. And let's go ahead and do the 10, and then we're going to do the 6 one by one. And I don't think I'm going to get anything here because we actually pulled our third Nethro. Last time I did a 10 pull, if you guys remember, I pulled third Nethro. So I'm probably not due for a legendary for a little while. There we go. We get a little bit of chickens. And all right, we got 6 left to go. Don't expect anything, but it is the birthday. So today we're just going to have a little bit of fun and see what we get. I'd be okay with any epic, really anything. Even just a 4-star chicken epic. Maybe we get one epic out of all 20 shards or 17 shards, however many it was here. We'll call it a day. Come on, Plarium. What you got for me? Come on, Plarium. It's your birthday. Give me a present. I gave you my present of my money. Now I expect a present back. That's the way this works. Legendary right here. This is Martyr. Ironclad again. Okay, well, unlucky with the shard pose at least. But there you go, Plarium. That's my birthday present to you. Since it's technically been 2 years for them unofficially, I think what I would like to do is let's go back and let's take a look at the roadmap. And let's talk a little bit about the state of the game. And as we're getting towards kind of the end of the year here, we're in November now, let's talk about where we need to be going. Okay, now here's the roadmap, bang, that we received a few months back, and we already received the new artifacts, we've received the new faction, we have received the desktop version, we've got the faction wars, and we've got glyphs. Okay, so we have received 5 of these. That means there is 7 of these left to go by the end of the year. Now, if I remember correctly, when this came out, they told us that this is for the year, like this is the plan that's happening. So if they do plan to have the remainder of these coming out soon, that's a lot of content that's going to be out at the end of the year. Now, I do know that Platinum tier is probably not going to be like that huge of content update for them. I mean, they're just going to add new rankings to it, I believe, maybe some new arena backgrounds, new rewards. That probably, I can't imagine being too large of a project. Now, the Battle Pass might be kind of interesting. We don't know whether the Battle Pass is... Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Battle Pass is something that had to happen after the desktop version because what they wanted to effectively do was do something kind of like the Raid Pass. But for the PC client, maybe like an upgraded version or something. Now, it could also be like some PvP pass, you know, for the Platinum tier, or it could be like the Battle Pass that comes for the Void Tower or something for unlimited battle. I don't know what it is, but if I had to guess, I would say it's probably a way of them trying to release a new subscription-based service on their PC client so they can get away from like Apple and the Google stores taking cuts of their subscription revenue, I would think. Now, Void Tower, I'm hoping the Void Tower is something akin to like Galactic Wars or the tower from Dragon Champions, which is essentially a like spiral climbing tower where you continually do as many battles as you can and you go as far as you can to receive increased rewards. I think that would be a very cool kind of thing. In order for that to come out like some kind of endless battle, they're probably going to balance unkillable and like block damage buffs first, I would think. Now, Tag Team Arena, I don't see coming out this year. If they're going to do some kind of new PvP mechanic, anytime they do some large-scale new mechanic of some sort, it takes them a while to do it from what I've seen, and a lot of testing comes out, and then they need to rebalance it and all that. I mean, just like Faction Wars with new content that came out, it's going to take a while. So that one, I would probably, if I had to guess, I would say that's probably not going to be out this year. That's probably going to get delayed. But that's just, I mean, for all, I don't know. You know, I don't get as much insider info as we used to, so this is kind of all I'm going off of this speculation and just my little bits of knowledge I have from the inside, but you know, I don't get as much as we used to. And then the new faction here, people were speculating that this kind of looked like Dragonkin or something, and I thought that might be smart too, or some kind of boar faction or something, because he kind of looks like tusks. But there was a leak somewhere on Facebook, I think it was Stu that sent it to me, and it showed like kind of like an Asia type of faction, like Asian dynamics, and I think it was more like a Japanese type looking, if I remember correctly, samurai and stuff. And then the new clan boss, they've talked about this one a lot. Now, they've mentioned this a lot in like the private chat where they're like, oh, the new clan boss is coming, new clan boss is coming. And for me, the new clan boss is probably going to be the largest piece of content other than the Void Tower, if we're talking about new, just big things. And, again, this is speculation because I don't know. We don't get a special build or anything to look at, but I kind of wish we did, or at least knew what's going on, because out of all of the new things that are coming, the Void Tower and the new clan boss are the things that stick to my mind mainly. Now, something that I didn't really think about the first time we looked at this roadmap was the mythical artifact crafting at the very end. If you look at that, it's different than when it says new artifacts in the beginning. The new artifacts are just the 6-star artifacts that we got. But the mythical artifact crafting makes me think we're going to have to farm components and then put together to craft a chance at a mythical piece of gear. Maybe there's some kind of new crafting element that's going to be coming to the game for gear. So that's probably what I would think is going to be coming at some point. Now, as far as are we going to get these all this year, I highly, highly doubt it. I think the roadmap was pretty hype, but from what I've seen with Plarium, they tend to overpromise. They tend to kind of do the opposite of what people say. You know how they say under promise, over deliver when it's like sales? They do the opposite of that. From what I've seen, they really like to get you excited about the game, hype you up, say there's things coming, all that, and then when it comes out, it tends to be a little bit more disappointing than you were thinking. But that's just me, looking at it and kind of giving a speculative view. I don't really have any issues currently with the game. I think that the last few events with the Halloween one were pretty good. I think the game's getting a little expensive at this point. I think that if we continue. Let's say like if you're a well and you want every event, you want to buy all the characters to come out instead of just picking the ones you want. Yeah, the game's getting fairly expensive because the events are more common, the fusions are more common, but new content is increasingly less common from what I've seen. But then again, at the same time, we've got Desktop Client, which was a huge deal, Faction Wars, and they're coming out with a lot of new characters. So I'm kind of balanced about it. I'm not too bad. I'd be curious to know what the community thinks, though, about how you guys are doing. I have seen rather a vocal split in the community, I would say this last month, in October mainly, more than I've seen in months prior. I've seen a large amount of people complaining that the game's getting stale or stagnant for them, or too expensive is a common complaint I've heard. And I've seen some of my friends move on. But at the same time, I'm seeing comments on some of my older videos, they're like the guide ones, saying, hey, thanks, I just got into this game, I'm enjoying it. And then if you look at actually the revenue from last year, or not last year, excuse me, but from this week and the last month, they're actually doing very well in terms of revenue, top overall grossing for this game. I believe they were in like the top 10, like number 11, and then peaked all the way at number 9, I believe, which is pretty high up there. So they're not having a bad revenue month. And when I was talking to the guys, they did say that, hey, we're not making as much money as you guys think, but that's mostly because they're putting it back into advertising. I think we're going to get at least 1 or 2 more major chunks of this roadmap before the end of the year. That's what I believe personally, is that we're probably going to get the Platinum tier. I would like to see the Battle Pass and Void Tower. And however, if we only get the new clan boss, I'll be okay. We need at least one. We need Faction Wars to be rebalanced, and at least one more portion of in-game content, not new hero content. And I think that we can probably say this has been a very good launching year, I would say, in that scenario. I think it would have been quite well because we've got upgrades, we've got some quality of life, we've got new good characters, a new faction. I mean, the PC client's a large success, I would think, for the most part. The bugs and the crashes and all that. But for the most part, I think happy birthday, Plarium. I think you guys are really putting together a fantastic game, and I think that this first year has been great. You guys are blowing up, and I am excited, and feeling kind of optimistic for the future for the game. So, okay, guys, I love you all very much. Thanks for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think about the unofficial 2 years of them creating this game. Okay, guys, bye-bye, and I'll see you on the next video.